I just get the schedule up for this week. I like how YouTube Studio turned right on. Didn't make me wait tonight. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these picks tonight, guys. Just saying. But what is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another weekly picks live stream. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's already week 11. My God. Is it me? Or does it seem like Tuesday gets here quicker and quicker the more we get through the season? Right? The trade deadline's over. Halloween's over. We're like 2 weeks away, if that, from Thanksgiving. Christmas will be here in like legit no time. And once Christmas gets here, season's practically over. You have what, 2 weeks after Christmas, if that? And then it's playoffs. And you already know I'm going to go hard as hell in the playoffs, like always, right? Hopefully, we have some banger matches this year. Last year, the matches were good, right? Some good games. I mean, probably every Eagle game was a banger for the most part. It was weird doing that Cardinals Rams game, though. The Rams game in there, not in Rams, Cardinals, it was Vikings. Yeah, it was weird doing that Rams Vikings game in Arizona during the fires. That was weird. Good game. But that was when the Vikings got their ass beat, right? Yeah. The Rams had poor Sam Darnold in hell. Oh, darn Rays, you're 101 seconds late. Darn. I should rescind your wrench. You weren't here the moment I started streaming. Damn it. You should get your wrench rescinded. But yeah, week 11's here, and we're going to jump right in. So, be sure to grab a beverage. You already know I got mine. Mountain Dew this time. Keep myself wired and ready to go. And, grab a snack and sit back and relax and listen to me babble on about my team or these games and then my team. So, anyways, starting us off on Thursday night football on the 13th, we got ourselves a nice little layup in terms of picks from the football gods because 2-7 Jets, 8-2 Patriots. Gee, who am I gonna pick? Oh, you should pick the Jets. The Jets couldn't get any offense against the Browns. And if the Browns offense wasn't run by essentially a brainless buffoon, seemingly, not even talking about Kevin, but they played like a bunch of brainless buffoons. This offense had even a sense of a pulse, an identity, right? To win that game. Maybe, how about this? If our special teams wasn't a bunch of dunce buffoon idiots that could actually, do their job, they win that game. Now, I mean, we'll see if the Jets can actually muster an offense because let me go through the stats again. Because if you put any team against the Jets here with these stats the Jets had, the Jets probably lose every game. You're not going to win many games with 54 total yards passing. Their saving grace was, however, the rushing attack, ironically enough. Breece Hall, who is very good, by the way, 21 carries, 83 yards. He was like their entire offense. We could not stop him. Justin Fields himself had 7 carries for 28 yards. Dorian Smith and Isaiah Davis had a few yards on some carries. They couldn't really do anything in the passing game. Breece Hall had one catch for a 42-yard touchdown. That's where most of their yards came from. Other than that, they had 12 passing yards. Justin Fields could not pass the ball because when he would go back to pass it, he would get pressured. Not like that one game against the Bears where he got sacked 9 times, but it was up there. It was up there. Yeah. Just feel bad for Jim Schwartz because his unit played really well. Right? His unit played amazingly. In most circumstances, the Browns win this game. I mean, offense did enough. 2 touchdowns, right? You held them to a touchdown and 2 field goals. You should have won 20-13. But special teams went on that freaking speed meme, you know, that with the funky hair. That was our special teams. That was Bubba Ventrone. How is that dude still employed? I want to know. I mean, giving up not 1 but 2 touchdowns. Your unit did it, bum. God. He must have something on the coaching staff, like on Kevin Stefanski, like blackmailing or something. My God. Browns never really usually make, mid-season firings, except for Hugh Jackson. They don't really go that crazy with mid-season firings. It's just the way they've been recently. Right? Not to mention they're afraid that if they make a change, the unit will improve and we'll start winning. And God forbid we start winning, right? Because if we start winning, that hurts our draft spot. Nobody on the Browns special teams knows how to tackle. Scared to get hit. Yeah, it's the way it is. They don't know how to tackle. But yeah, I mean the Patriots. If the Jets essentially play like they did against us, and keep in mind the Patriots defense is actually pretty good too. I mean they're solid. But yeah, if the Jets have that kind of offense against the Patriots, they're not doing a damn thing against New England. They're going to get their doors blown off. When it comes to this game, I'm going with the Patriots. They are playing really well, and I see that continuing. I see that continuing to Thursday night. So give me New England. By the way, they're favored by 12.5. Total 43.5. I don't see New England. I don't see the Jets covering. No. I think this is probably maybe a 2 or 3 touchdown win for the Patriots. New England, too, by the way. So give me the Pats to win at home on Thursday night. Moving on to Sunday, we get another early morning game. This time it's in Madrid, Spain, as the 3-7 Commanders face the 3-7 Dolphins in a booty bowl game. The booty bowl. These two teams are not very good. Dolphins, though, very impressive win last week against the Bills. And you know what's really weird? So, all of a sudden, the Dolphins actually look good. And again, maybe the Bills just had an off night. It's weird, though, because the Browns and the Ravens, ironically enough, each held the Dolphins to 6 points. They scored 34 on the Falcons and then 30 on the Bills. So if this streak continues, Commanders fans should be licking their chops because if this thing continues, they're only going to score 6 points against the Commanders. And then they're going to score 30 on the Saints, 6 against the Jets, 30 on the Steelers, 6 against the Bengals. 30 on the Bucks. Oh God, could you imagine? And then 6 on the Patriots. That's if that trend continues, which we know it won't. Commanders, I don't think will have. Yeah, they're not going to have Jaden Daniels. So as long as Tua can actually take care of the ball, and they get it to Jalen Waddle, and if Achane goes off again, which I think he will, and not to mention no Deron Payne either. He was punching dudes in the face, so he's out. But yeah, by the way, for the Patriots game, obviously going Pats, and I'm going over the 43.5. Dolphins and Commanders in Spain. I'll tell you one thing: the Dolphins are going to have Commanders fans in Spain without the S, because I'm going to go Miami. Miami's going to win this freaking game, and they're going to advance to 4-7 on the year. Well, they're going to give their fans a little bit of hope, like, oh wow, look at that, we're actually winning games again. Yeah, how about that, huh? Freaking people were calling for McDaniel to get fired. Now they're going to win games. That's what usually happens, right? But give me the Dolphins, and give me the over. Miami favored by 2.5. Total 47.5. Yeah, give me Miami, especially because the Commanders don't have McLaurin either. But give me Miami and the over. Next, we have the Panthers and the Falcons in Atlanta. Falcons 3-6 on the year. Panthers 5-5. Atlanta's favored by 3.5. Total 42.5. This is going to be a toughie. Sorry, CPG or J-Dub. But honestly, I'm going to probably go with the Falcons here to bounce back and get a win. Give me the ATL to get the dub. Give me Atlanta. It'll be a close-ass game, though. I feel like these two teams always have classic games. But give me the Falcons. And, yeah, Falcons favored by 3.5. Total 42.5. So I'm going to go Falcons and the over. Next, we have an absolute banger on deck. 6-3 Bucks, who are 4-1 on the road. Bills, 6-3 at home. I'm sorry, 6-3 at home where they're 4-1. Something's got to give. Identical records on both sides. Buffalo favored by 5.5. Total 48.5. Both teams got caught slacking in their last game. Bucks lost to the Pats. Bills lost to the Dolphins. Both had me thinking, damn, that's how it's going to be? That's tough. I think this is going to be a game that might go to overtime. It deserves it. That being said, though, again, Buffalo favored by 5.5. 48.5 total. I'm gonna go with the over, way over on this one. I'm gonna go. Oh damn, it's tough, man. I'm gonna go Bucks in a nail biter. Give me Tampa to get a massive win on the road in a tough environment. But give me Tampa with Baker. Baker gang. Okay, next, got one of the easier games to pick. It's not a booty bowl game, but it's trash. Got a trash can game in the AFC South. As yeah, I'm gonna go Bills in the over, by the way. Yeah. Texans and Titans. Obviously, the Titans and the Texans, they're kind of related, right? The Texans used to be the Titans until the Titans moved to Tennessee when they were the Oilers. And then Houston got a team again in 2002. And yeah, neither team has really seen much success. But I don't know the status of CJ Stroud. But honestly, Tennessee's due for a win at some point again. They stink. They are generational ass all around. Trash. Booty. Like Cam Ward said, they ass. Houston 6.5 point favorites. Total 38.5. Give me Houston. Houston had a monster comeback against the Jaguars last week. Think they ride that momentum into this game, and they get a massive W in Tennessee, and they go to 5-5 on the year. They get back to 500. Yep, back to 500, and we'll see what happens with CJ Stroud. But give me Houston to get a dub. Houston by 6, yeah, 6.5. So give me Houston, and then give me the over. Next, we have a game that actually low-key bangs in the NFC North. 6-3 Bears, 4-5 Vikings. Speaking of comebacks, the Bears, let's just say they've been going to that sperm bank a couple times the last few weeks because they've been getting their comeback. Shout out Chisel Adonis for that little punchline there. Man, I mean, these guys got they're the cardiac bears. My goodness. They were down. Game against the Bengals still just lives in my head, though. You're up a couple touchdowns on the Bengals. Look like you got them dead in the water. They surge all the way back, take the lead on you, make it look like you're done. Caleb Williams goes out and leads a legacy drive. They go down and score, win the game against them. And then, last week, you beat the Giants. In fact, you were the final straw that broke the camel's back, as of course the Giants fired Brian Daboll right after that. Imagine how that feels, right? To be the Bears, to be those players and that coaching staff, knowing that fan base, knowing that your team, was the reason why they fired Brian Daboll. And they're going to be going through another coaching search. In fact, if we don't fire Kevin, which, knowing Jimmy, he would, but I'm just going to say this. I don't think Jimmy's watching, but Mr. Haslam, if you fire Kevin, because Kevin kind of stinky right now. Honestly, I think he's kind of wearing off on the locker room. I mean, you can only take so much of, how about that team win after your rare victories. I've seen him get fired up, but give me a coach that is naturally juiced up. Not, but I'm talking like a lunatic, right? Not talking like yelling and screaming, but a coach that gets hyped, right? When they win a game, he's bouncing around, freaking screaming his head off like, let's go. Oh, freaking Ryan Day, like, dang, swinging his arms around, bear hugging his players. I mean, Kevin's a good coach. He's mild mannered. That's the thing. I wish he had a little bit of juice in there, man. I mean, damn. Get hyped, bro. This definition of hyped is just screaming, how about that team win? When they win. Trust me, he's a good ass dude. Better than a lot of the coaches we've had, I'll tell you that much. My God. He's like Jesus compared to some of these other coaches we've had. Think about it. When was the last time we had a coach this long? Honestly, I think he's just wearing off on the fan base. He's bland. His energy ain't really there. Of course, it's hard to bring energy when your team stinks because your freaking front office puts you in a bad situation trading for a quarterback. I mean, you put all your chips in the middle for Deshaun. You were banking on Deshaun looking like he was before 2020, right? Because again, he didn't play at all because he wanted out. You're banking on this dude looking like his vintage 2018-19 self, right? MVP caliber with Houston. You're banking on that Deshaun showing up. You sort of got it. You got flashes, right? I mean, every once in a while, he would have a monster game. Last year might have been the absolute worst I've ever seen from him. It was fraud Sean Watson, the fraud Watson. Of course, the sucky part about that is he kept getting hurt. When he wasn't suspended, he was hurt. Man. But you know, I'm gonna go with the Bears on the road here. They're flying high right now. They're feeling amazing. They're actually up there for the division too. They finally got a good coach in Ben Johnson who actually knows what he's doing, and they're winning games. I think I said this earlier about the Bears, talking about, not sure if I said it in the video, but they got the Pope now, right? The Pope is a Chicago fan. So of course they get the Pope and everything. He's giving them the benefit of not being screwed over by bad luck. Things are going their way. Yep, yep. They got God on their side now. But it's crazy because the Pope seems like a dope ass dude now too. It seems like the Pope's been a really chill guy. You hear much from him, but now it's like, well, since he's American, I think he's from Chicago. I see videos every once in a while from Chicago fans. It's like, wow. Even Tom Grassi, right? By the way, shout out to Tom Grassi for the raid a few days ago. Really enjoyed it. Even as a character, his Bears character for when he does the scripted series, he's even got a hat for the Pope. He's very religious now. That Bears character. Not Bears. Oh man, the Bears are a fun team. About time. It's fun to watch. Caleb Williams is a dog now. Good team around him. It's fun to watch. I bet. Right. And then facing a Vikings team that lost to the Ravens. And personally, I would love to see the Bears smack around JJ McCarthy a little bit. Again, they faced him. Was it week 1? They were beating the crap out of him, and then they just forgot how to play football. Crazy, right? I'm gonna go with the Bears here to win because they're feeling right now. They're gonna win, and yeah, they're on a different wavelength now. Maybe they can actually win without having to have a miraculous comeback. What's up, BearTube, aka Lamar? That's funny. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears. Minnesota is favored by 3.5. Total 48.5. I'm gonna go with the Bears to win on the road, and I'm going to say under. It's really under. Maybe just a hair above 40. Next, we got the Giants. Speaking of Brian Daboll, the fired, the jobless, unemployed. Well, they're 2-8, and Mike Kafka, I think, is their new coach now, the interim. See how that goes, right? Giants are 2-8. Packers 5-3-1. I'm gonna go Packers to win this game. It's relatively easy. It's another virtual layup. Packers lost a heartbreaker last night. I think they bounced back in a big way. Packers are favored by 7.5, 43.5 total. I could see the Giants covering though. I don't know if Jackson Dart's even gonna play, and I can't trust Russell Wilson. So I'm gonna go Packers to win convincingly for the Giants on the road. Give me the Packers and give me the over 43.5. Next, we have the Bengals and the Steelers. Joe Burrow back at practice for the first time since he hurt himself. And they're facing the Steelers. Not sure if Joe Burrow is going to play. I doubt it. Bengals are 3-6. Steelers 5-4. And if you're the Steelers, all of a sudden, you're feeling your grip on the AFC North start to lighten up a little bit. You're slipping. You're slipping, and the Ravens are getting hot at their absolute best time. The Ravens, once upon a time, had one win, and they were in the basement of the AFC North. Well, Lamar Jackson came back, and they've won 3 in a row. They even won their last game before Lamar came back. Then they won 2 in a row with Lamar. And of course, they faced the Browns, which I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers to bounce back. They're going to start feeling the pressure. They're going to beat the Bengals, and they're going to get revenge for what happened in Cincinnati. Give me Pittsburgh to win in a nail-biter. I can see this game maybe even going to overtime, but I do think the Bengals maybe keep it close. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers to win at home. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. Yeah, Green Bay men are favored by 7.5. I said the over for that one, 43.5. So give me the over on that game. Steelers are favored by 5.5. Total 48.5. Yeah, give me the Steelers. And in terms of the total, give me the under. Yeah, give me the under. Next, we have the final 1 o'clock game of the week. Chargers and Jaguars, who just lost Travis Hunter for the year. That's a bummer. That's tough, man. Hate to see that. He had a promising season going, and then he's out with an LCL injury. That is just horrible news, because they were off to a good start. And just like the Steelers, the Jaguars have been slipping. Let's take a look at their schedule. Chargers are feeling really good. They just beat the Steelers in primetime, in their house, in not Acrisure, in SoFi, in the Chargers' house. Yeah. Chargers are 7-3 and 3-1 on the road. The Jags are 5-4 and 3-2 at home. The Jaguars got to get their swagger back, man, because they're slipping. They're second place in the AFC South, firmly behind Indianapolis, but now they got to hold off Houston. Because Houston, they're lurking. They're not going to be a playoff team, but they're lurking. It's also important to note, I mean, they just lost to Houston, too. They blew it big time against the Texans. Every time I looked at that score, the Jags were winning, and then they just projectile vomited it all over the place. They didn't even spew diarrhea. They just straight up everywhere. The Texans snatched it right from under their nose. 26-29, Texans won. All of a sudden, they're 1-3 in their last 4 games after winning 3 in a row. Like, how about that? They started off 4-1 to start the year, with a close loss to the Bengals, keeping them from being undefeated for their first 5 games. And since then, they've won 1 game, and that was barely beating the Raiders. Could have easily lost 4 in a row. They lost to the Seahawks by 8, got smoked by the Rams, win by 1 against the Raiders, and then you choked against the Texans. And I'm looking at their schedule. They keep playing like they've been playing. I only legit see maybe 2 straight up winnable games. Oh, I'm sorry, 3, because they have the Titans twice. 3 possible winnable games if they keep playing like this. Titans twice and the Jets. That's it. Chargers could whoop their butt. Cardinals could kick their butt. Colts, we already know about them. And the Broncos and the Colts again. Not too many winnable games left for Jacksonville. Which, if you're a Browns fan, you're feeling pretty good. I mean, they have won 5, right? But That pick's probably going to end up being middle of the draft, which means that we're probably going to have like a top 5 pick and then a pick in the middle of the draft, which we could always trade that pick up to get somebody, or if our guy's not there, trade down, acquire more picks, right? For this one, I'm going to go with the Chargers. Pretty easy choice there. Give me the Chargers on the road convincingly. They are going to win this game. And, I mean, it's possible the Jags keep it close, right? That could always happen. But, man, the Chargers are just playing so well. You know, this is what, year 2 of Harbaugh? Yeah, playing like a serious team again. That's good to see, right? The Chargers deserve to win some games and have fun. They've won 4 out of 5. That one loss came to the Colts where they lost by 14. And these games, man, some of these ain't even close. They escaped against the Chiefs week 1, which is a shocker, literally. Beat the Broncos by 3, but you beat the crap out of the Raiders. You lose to the Giants by 3 somehow. You lose to the Commanders by 17. And since then, you've beaten the Dolphins by 2. You lost to the Colts, smoked the Vikings, beat the Titans by 7, and you beat the Steelers by 15 at home. But the games are only going to get tougher now. That's for sure. And they're also 1 game back of Denver. So they're right there. So I'm going to go Chargers on the road to win this game. Chargers favored by 2.5. Total 43. Yeah, give me the over. Starting with the 4 o'clock games now. 4:05. We have 2 games at the 4:05 slot. Seahawks and Rams. Oh, this is showtime. This is absolutely showtime right here. 7-2 Seahawks, undefeated on the road. Rams 7-2 at home. I'm sorry, 7-2, 3-1 at home. Rams are 3.5 point favorites. Total 48.5. This is a toughie, but I'm actually gonna go with my guy JSN and the Seahawks to go on the road and beat the Rams and stay undefeated on the road. Give me Seattle to win, and I'm gonna go with the over 48.5. Okay, give me Seattle. Hey, next, the other 4:05 game, NFC West. Yeah, NFC West, 6-4 Niners, 3-6 Cardinals. San Fran favored by 2.5 on the road. Total 48.5 again. I'm gonna go Niners. Yep. They might get Brock Purdy back this week too. Give me the Niners and give me the over. Niners and over. Heck yeah. And then of course we got the 4:25 games. Starting off with my game, of course. Ravens and Browns in Cleveland. I've said it before. The spread is 8.5 for Baltimore. Total 39.5. It'll be a low scoring game. I'm gonna go with the under. But something tells me the Browns are gonna probably somehow squeak this out because that's what they do. We could also get our butt kicked. I don't know. But for the optimist in me, I'm gonna say the Browns cover, but the Ravens win. Browns cover, but because their offense has no pulse at all, unless the Browns defense does what they did against the Dolphins, force a crap ton of turnovers, and then turn those turnovers into points. That's the only way I can see us winning this game. You got to do what you did against the Dolphins. And the thing about Lamar is, he's only had 1 interception this year. You got to force him to make mistakes. because he ain't going to make them on his own. It's the way he is. So I'm going to go with the Ravens to win this game, but the Browns cover. And I'm going to go with the slight. Actually, going to go with the under. Yeah. But give me the Ravens to cover. I'm sorry, give me the Browns to cover. Ravens win. For the purpose of this pick. Obviously, in my preview video, I said the Browns win, but that's just me. For the pick, for the purpose of this pick, I'm going to go Ravens to win, but the Browns cover. So they lose by less than 8.5. Yeah. Essentially, they lose by less than 8. Because you know that's what they're going to do. They're going to get it within like a touchdown, a field goal, or whatever, and they're going to derp, and they're going to lose. Because, of course. Shedeur comes in. We'd probably getting our ass kicked. Unless Shedeur pulls a Baker Mayfield against the Jets, comes out and shreds them, which would be the most hilarious thing ever. And you'll have the entire stadium doing the freaking wrist up emote, wrist up. Perfect timing. Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens covering. I'm sorry, Ravens win, Browns cover. And give me the under. Next, we have the final game of the afternoon. Chiefs and Broncos in Denver. Division leading Broncos, undefeated at home, 8-2 overall, 5-0 at home, by the way. Yep. Kansas City 5-4 overall, 1-3 on the road. It's not very Chiefs-like to be 1-3 on the road. But then it's like you got to look and see who they've played on the road. Because I don't think they've really played any cupcakes on the road for the most part. Browns winning this week. I would love it, Rays, but like I said, for my pick purpose, I said the Browns cover, but Ravens win. So on the road, they beat the Giants, of course, but then they lose to the Jags by 3 and the Bills. Oh, the freaking wait, what? How are they 1-3 on the road? Oh wait, yeah. The Charger game was classified as a road game because it was in Brazil. That's right. They were at home, but it's a neutral site. So I guess they classified it as a road loss. They have 4 losses. One of those was at home against the Eagles. The other 2 were on the road. This says they're 1-3 on the road. So yeah, they classified that Charger game, neutral site, in the soccer stadium as a road game, kinda, I guess. But Kansas City is favored by 3.5, total 44.5. I'm gonna go Denver. I'm gonna go Denver to shock everybody and beat the Chiefs. This is, of course, their first meeting of the year. They meet again on Christmas. Oh, that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos to beat the Chiefs. And they're going to continue their stranglehold on the AFC West. And then we get to Sunday Night Football. Okay, we got an absolute banger going on here. 6-3 Lions, who are 3-2 overall on the road. Yeah, 3-2 on the road, 6-3 overall Lions. Eagles. And by the way, I'm going to go with the over on the Bronco game. Yeah. Chiefs are favored by 3.5. Over under 44.5. Yeah. Give me the Broncos. Give me the over. Eagles 7-2 overall, 3-1 at home. Lions 6-3 overall, 3-2 on the road. The Eagles, I mean, they've been playing kind of meh, not so great lately. Damn near lost to the Packers. Can't do that against the Lions. They'll smoke you. That's why I'm actually going to go with the Lions to pull one out of their butt crack, and they're going to win this game on the road on Sunday night in front of the Eagles fan base. Give me the Detroit Lions to win on Sunday Night Football. And then Monday night, I'm going to go Lions and the over. Monday Night Football, we got the Cowboys and the Raiders. And a snooze fest on Monday night. Cowboys 3-5-1, 1-4 on the road. Raiders 2-7 overall, 1-3 at home. Dallas is 3.5-point favorites. Total 50.5. I gotta go Cowboys and the Cowboys and the over for Monday Night Football. Cowboys and the over. All right, so there you go. Those are my picks, and let's hope we have a fun week of football. Right? Hope these guys can, for the most part, stay healthy. No catastrophic injuries. Right? Hate those, because you got to think these dudes got families, and having to deal with the stress of getting an injury, the rehab, and then getting back on the field, not knowing if you're going to be as good as you were before the injury. That sucks. But yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for this one. Shout out to Rays and, of course, Lamar for popping in. And I see Rays put his picks in the chat. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Have a good rest of your night. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. By the way, no stream tomorrow. I was going to stream the game, but nobody's playing for the Cavs because we're resting guys. Because I'm hoping we rest them tomorrow night and we go out and we smoke the hell out of the freaking Raptors. Beat their freaking teeth down your throat. Get them back for what they did to us in Cleveland. I think that game's in Cleveland too. I think. Not sure though. But get our get back against the freaking Raptors on Thursday. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye. And by the way, like I said, give me the Cowboys. Give me the over. And by the way, shout out to the teams on a bye this week. Indy and New Orleans. Y'all get to sit back and relax and chill, and we'll see you guys next week. So, have fun, guys. That's going to wrap it up. For real. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. And I'm out. Bye-bye. For real. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.